All right, go, go, go.
Sean, you there?
Of course he's not. Why the fuck would he
Moving
be there?
channels.
This fucking.
Ah. All right. I got this figured out. This is a show match. Ignore the clan war. This is a show match between our very own Shmicks, just coming back from a break, and Sean, who keeps getting salty about his play. So, game number 1 is jumping into this best of 7 series, and we're gonna see this action play out in this Protoss vs Zerg show match, best of 7. First map is Overgrowth, just like every other clan war show match sort of deal. So we're gonna just jump right into this game here. So Protoss vs Zerg, it's been a while since Shmicks has been playing. He took about a 3-month break, so he's kind of getting back in the action. While Sean has been around for quite a while. He keeps on playing, but he still keeps playing like trash. So both of them are still a little bit rusty, so we're gonna see who's gonna win out of the two. So that's gonna be pretty exciting. So all right, in the left-hand corner of this best of 7 series is our Zerg player from Rival Gaming. It is the one, the only green Zerg, Shmicks. And in the top right-hand corner, it is our Protoss player losing the last show match against Caboose. Let's see if he can give us different results this time. It is no other than Sean, or previously known as I Whack Off Moms, but now known as Rama. I don't know what the Rama is for, so don't ask me. I'll figure that out later. So, get this going. This is a best of 7 series, so there's going to be minimum 4 games and at most 7 games. So this is going to be very, very exciting. We're going to see that this scout is being sent out by Shmicks. He doesn't know what Rama's going for at this point in time, so he's going to scout to kind of make sure that there's no crazy shenanigans that are happening. Maybe scouting a lack of probes for a 2-gate on 11, or proxy that, or any Oracle. So he's going to go ahead and get that scout and get as much information as he can. Sean, however, is just about to place his gateway down on the 13 supply, and then on 14 or 15 he'll get his gas. So pretty normal opening. We'll have to see how soon he expands to determine what kind of build that he's going to go for. I haven't actually seen Sean play a Protoss vs Zerg before, so this will be a little bit interesting, where Shmicks always kind of goes for that greedy economic opener with the 15 hatch. I mean, it's not super greedy, but it's definitely that sometimes in a Protoss vs Zerg show match, or just Protoss vs Zerg games as it is, it can be susceptible to cannon rushes. So Shmicks is going to prefer to go the macro style. That's kind of the way that he plays. Every now and then he throws in some cheese, but only in well-calculated moments. So it's going to be one of those that we're going to probably see lots of macro games out of this. So we might see our best of all 7 games. We might see Shmicks roll over Sean, because I'm just going to have caster bias today. No, I'm kidding. But Gateway goes down, and then the Cybercore goes down right after that, and we see the gas coming, just like I described. And Shmicks is actually going for the 3 hatch before pool, so he's really looking to get his economy going. And Sean actually doesn't have any idea about this, because he hasn't left his base at all. So if Shmicks is able to get away with this, his economy is just going to skyrocket like no other. It'll be like some sort of metaphor that I can't imagine right now. So Shmicks is going to see that there's going to be a 3rd base coming down because of that probe that's patrolling right there, and that's going to actually get placed right now. So Shmicks knows that his 3 base is he kind of took a gamble that was going to happen, but he ended up placing it down, so he's going to get his pool and his gas. So that's going to give him speedlings as soon as possible to be able to defend from anything. I don't think he can get too much more greedy besides this. So the only way you can get more greedy is if you get a macro hatch, kind of either by your main or in your main or your natural, or sometimes players like to put it right here, so the creep connects between these two much easier. So That's the only way to be greedy, but we're not going to talk about that because that's not going on in the game. So pylon finishes up, and that means the gateway is going to go down right here. No forge quite yet. We see the cybernetics core is researching warp gate, and that's about halfway done. While we do see a stalker coming out, so we're probably going to see some sort of form of pressure here. So an additional 2 gates on top of that, and the 2 gases will mean he'll transition probably into some sort of build like Blink, or he's going to go with Robo. I can imagine Robo will blink after this. More likely Robo in this instance. So Nexus is about to finish here, so he'll be able to start producing probes from it. Stalker is gonna try to go on hold position and block this gateway, but he's kind of just derping right here, so we'll let him go with that. Zergling takes the Zelnaga watchtower, so he'll be able to scout for any probes that are going to come out. Another Zergling goes out to check for a third, and he's not going to find it, so he's just going to chill and wait there. And this last Zergling is scouting for pylons. So Shmicks is already covering his bases. He's done this multiple times, so he knows exactly what to do. So it's standard opener. He just got his 100 gas, and he's just going to continue to drone up with minerals right here. We do see actually a Stargate coming up, so that's going to be what Sean's going to be producing. So probably oracles, but he might go the Phoenix route. I don't think he's going to get a void ray at this point. So around the zealots and stalker is going to go out, so we're going to see some minor gateway pressure, and looks like this probe's going to come along with, so he's going to actually place a pylon down. So Overlord is going to scout. He does see the gateway units with the Zelnaga tower, so we see that Shmicks is actually getting his Roachworn, and he's getting a set of Zerglings as well to be able to deal with this. So with the Queen, he should be able to push away this gateway pressure, but there could be more committal of this. But actually, we see that there's a Void Ray coming out, so it looks like he's going to get a little bit more heavy on this pressure. I wouldn't necessarily call it an all-in, but it might be something that Sean's going to really be committing to this. So Pylon's going to get worked down. Overlord is there to take the Stalker fire, and the Pylon actually gets gets taken out. So that's just going to be a little bit delayed timing at this point. So Ling's trying to poke at the Pylon again, take that out, but not going to be able to do that. So the Lings run away, and the Void Ray is going to come in. So a Warpin of Zealots comes up and does some aggression. There's going to be some Lings that are going to be able to take care of that, or try to take care of that. Roaches pop out just in time, but reinforcing gateway units going to come down, an additional pylon comes down, and then this is where he sees the Void Ray for the very first time. He did see the Stargate, so he should be aware of that, so he's making Spore Crawlers and producing roaches to take care of the ground units, and these queens should be able to push back the Stargate. So overall, good defense. Will he lose the Mothership Core? This would be devastating for Sean if that actually happens. So looks like the Mothership Core will be saved, but this Void Ray maybe is not. Nope, it looks like it's going to get away. So Shmicks does need to take care of this pylon right here. Let's see if he actually remembers to do that. He has additional queens being produced, so he's going to get back to injecting and then just kind of go on from macro game from there. So transitioning to Robo Bay, we see Rama is going, so he's going to go the more traditional route with going, getting some Immortals and maybe following up with Colossus, unless he's going to produce more from his Stargate. So, but right now he does need probes, and it looks like he had a misclick at some point. So this is something that that engagement could have gone more in favor of the Protoss player Rama. So creep's going to continue to be spread. These roaches, they see the pylon, but they're just going to chill. Apparently half of his army was chilling, so Ripperino. That's going to happen. So no third base yet from Rama. And I'm still getting used to his name's actually Rama. I'm just going to continue calling him Sean for now. So we don't see the lair quite yet. We're seeing it starting to get produced, but it's a little bit, not necessarily late, but just kind of delayed because of that initial attack. So that's going to be going in Shmicks' favor, and of course Shmicks is up by 11 supply. So he is behind in workers, so it's ironic because Shmicks always kind of goes for macro game, but I've noticed in his play he sometimes tends to have does it off less workers too. So it's kind of an interesting way that he plays and such, and that means you really have to get value out of your units that you produce, because without having the economy with all those workers, you're going to have to be more efficient with your units, because you're not going to have the bank to remake your army like most other players do. So creep's going to extend. This queen still is even facing this pylon and not going to take it out. What is going on? This queen is lazy, but creep is continuing to spread. So not as many creep tumors as I would like, but you know, that's just with the aggression, it's kind of up in the air about how much creep should be there. So at least the creep's starting to extend towards Protoss base. We do see that third base went down, and Shmicks knows it's going down because he had an overlord here scouting. So that's going to be an indicator to Shmicks that he should either take a base of his own or he should go do something about this base. So I like what Sean does. Pretty normal for Protoss is to get a cannon inside the pylon. This kind of forces some micro opportunities at the third base because most units will try to auto attack to get to the cannon, and usually the cannon has enough DPS to be able to take care of most armies that would come by the time it even gets reached to. So apparently we have someone named Kenny in our clan, and he forgot Colossus' range, so he's just pointing that out. We do see the Twilight Councils coming up, so that's going to be something that's going to unlock +2 upgrades for Sean, as well as going Blink or Charge Attack. So we're going to see what he's going to do with that. +1 attack is coming out, and we see Roach Speed and Hydra Speed is on the way, and we saw that transition to Hydras. Observers are talking, and we do see that in 4th base is coming out Shmicks, but he's electing to actually take his taking the gold base, so that's going to give a real income boost to Shmicks once he gets that taken care of. So 146 supply to 122 with Protoss still ahead by about 6 workers or so, but this gold income is going to really boost the money once that gets populated here. So army supply is 86 to 56. We see a lot of roaches, good amount of hydras, and then some handful of zerglings, and the pylon is still right here. Gas is taken at the 3rd, so Zerg's player is really looking to get that tech going, and Queen is continuing to spread creep. Looks like Shmicks could have spread the creep more, but he's slacking a little bit. And we're going to see an assault on the 3rd base here. So we do have 2 Colossus and 2 Void Rays, so it should be able to push this army back unless the army gets a really nice surround. But considering the position that's this base, so I don't think he's going to be able to get that. So gonna force the army into taking a 3rd base, and he's just gonna try to escape with this. So he does trap a bunch of the roaches, and they're gonna be forced to attack, or get some value out of them, but kind of goes down with the army. So supply does swing in favor of the Protoss, about even army supply, but the worker count is even too. So bunch of hydras and roaches still left over, but we see 12 roaches on the way, 7 hydras, and we see a hive is actually going down. So that's gonna get some +3 tech, and probably get some what's it called? What are those things called? Vipers in the mix. And we do see that the 3rd and 4th base is taken from Rama as well. So he still hasn't scouted this, but you know, he can probably assume at this time if he doesn't see creep coming for this base here. So Protoss army is going to move out. 4 Colossus now, and a good amount of stalkers, about 15 of them, and we see a couple Voiders mixed in. So we're going to need to get a really, really good surround on this army to be able to take it out, but even then it might be too much. So Shmicks is setting up his attack. We're going to see if he's going to be able to do it. So half of his army goes into engage, so not exactly the best. So force fields go down in the back, and gonna snipe out this first Colossus, and there actually might be enough roaches, but not enough hydras to deal with the Void Rays. So it looks like the 2nd Colossus goes down, is about to go down. Not even grabbing that, but all the stalkers get taken out, and these are gonna survive. So not the best engagement for Shmicks. He should have been focusing down those Colossuses, but we do see that he is going to remax here with a handful of units. So we're going to see an army gather up, and we're going to see if Shmicks is going to be able to defend this. Otherwise, this just might be GG. So drones coming off the line. The roaches are going to come in and take off another Colossus. Drones are surrounding the stalkers, going to be able to take them out. Zealots come in to deal with that, and the Colossus are going to get microed back, and 1 goes down. So now there's 1 left over. And the Void Rays are going to continue doing their damage, so they're going to go into high DPS mode with prismatic alignment. So one Void Ray goes down, and the other one is kind of staying still. and being uncontested. So we have a Colossus and a Void Ray right here. So a handful of roaches are going to come. They're going to be able to take out this Colossus, and what hopefully is a Queen should be able to take out this Void Ray if it ever gets around to it. So so Shmicks holds this, but kind of at what cost? They're both kind of low supply. Shmicks is down a ton of workers, so now he's going to have to go ahead and press with these units here. So a bunch of roaches and a handful of hydras will be able to do some sort of damage, but how much damage will he be able to do is the real question. So 14 drones are being made. It looks like they're going to get rallied. Not at the gold base. The gold base of the Protoss army is actually being sniped, so that's going to be that. +3 weapons is being researched by Protoss, and that just finished up. So Void Ray and Colossus get pumped out, and we see there's one Colossus already here, and we see the mothership core is full of energy, so it should be able to land a photon overcharge. So Shmicks is going to has to be careful with how he takes this engagement. So kind of pokes in a little bit, forces the photon overcharge, and is now going to actually come around this way and take care of the rocks most likely. He shouldn't back off, because if he does, he's going to give the Protoss another opportunity to mass up some more units at this time. So lots of talking in this one. So lots of units at the gold. They're not even rallied correctly, and Vipers are starting to get produced one by one, and they're going to start getting some energy to be able to put down probably blinding clouds, but not really going for the abducts at this point. So some more hydras hanging out here. We don't know why. Oh, they realize they're in enemy territory, so they're going to move back. And Sean's going to continue to go into macro mode, getting his 4th base established, keeping his army there to defend from any attacks. And we're going to see that Shmicks is also kind of getting his economy back and going. So 19 roaches on the way and another Viper. So these Vipers should be full of energy. At least these ones are. So they're going to put their blinding cloud, and probably not going to be utilizing the yoink or grab or whatever it is called until a more opportune time presents itself. So blinding cloud, definitely the predominant spell that's used by the Viper. It's something that most Zergs agree it's gonna affect the DPS of the stalkers and the rest of the army. So being able to put a couple of those down and then doing 1 or 2 key yoinks is going to be the key right here. So this pylon is still active, and so it's going to warp in zealots to go ahead and harass a little bit more. So that's going to happen, and we see another set of zealots actually going to harass. So one queen's here to defend from it, and it looks like he's pulling back the rest of his army to take care of it, which is going to give the Protoss army some time to kind of utilize how he's going to go. So I think he's finally going to do something about this pylon if now that he sees it. But the roach is going to come in, and they're going to hopefully save this base. They may not be able to with that +3, and it looks like they're just barely going to. So taking out that pylon. There's a warp prism, however, so he's going to have to worry about that. But he's on creep, so they know exactly what's happening. So yoink's going to happen, and the Hydra's going to take out that warp prism, shutting that down pretty easily here. So creep's continuing to be made. Sean hasn't been doing a good job at trying to clear that up, so that might actually be his downfall when he pushes out, getting a good surround. But we do see DT tech is on its way. It's just completed, so now DTs can get warped in and can also do some harassment. So we do see spine crawlers here and a spore crawler, so that should be able to defend from any dark shrines. But we see 1 spore crawler and no spine crawlers. So they see the army coming out. It's going to be able to yoink a couple Colossus, be able to snipe those pretty quickly, and going to continue moving around and positioning himself to secure a win at this point. So Sean kind of continues with his Death Ball army. I don't say it's a Death Ball because it's Protoss. Hi Brandon, welcome to the cast. This is a show match that just kind of came up out of nowhere, so that's why it wasn't advertised and such. And we see that the Zerg army is in a pretty opportune spot. He's starting to yoink some of these units to pull back to reduce the DPS and putting pressure on. So a couple of feedbacks go down on, looks like the Overseers rather than the Vipers. So but Sean's army is going to tear and cut with these force fields. So definitely going to send the Zerg army running for its money. So Sean's still in this at this game. So Hydra's retreating. We see 15 more on them, so that's a ton of Hydras that's going to be coming up. So that's some nice macro with the 3 mining bases, more like 2 actually considering, and then the 4th base just being established here. So Shmicks is doing a good job. We see that his units lost compared to the Protoss units is more in Zerg's favor and the amount of units lost, but the cost of them a little bit more on the Protoss side. So we see Stargaze continuing to pump up Void Wraiths. He's getting those Archons, and Colossus is beginning to be pumped out. So not really changing his army composition too much. So that's kind of the interesting thing, is that Shaw is just sticking to a little bit of every unit and hopefully being able to micro this well. So in case you're wondering, Tebs B. Cuttigan is one of my buddies I know here from Fargo. We're both kind of streamers from Fargo, so we're kind of been helping out each other and such when we're establishing our stream. So Sean looking to attack some of his own units. He probably saw a changeling actually, so that's more or less the reason why that kind of happened. So Zerg army is going to continue to macro up. He doesn't have that 200 yet, but he's finally getting +2 and +1. DTs are going to be here, but that's with the spine crawlers being down, but with the spores there. So trapping those DTs unintentionally, but he actually misses them. So they're all kind of gonna go towards the 4th base or to the 3rd base. So kind of a missed opportune moment for Shmicks. Now DTs are going to be taking out the spine crawlers here, but he has to also worry about this base. So big surround happens, and blinding cloud goes down, and fungal growths go down. So that's going to trap a lot of the army, and eating a couple storms in the process. But he's going to be able to get some more, get an opportunity here. But the buildings are kind of going not in his favor. So storms go down, just wiping out the Zerg army. This might be the it for Shmicks, so we're going to see Sean's going to press through with his army, and it looks like Shmicks is probably going to have to tap out here. He does have 6 Ultralisks coming, so that might just surprise, but the Void Ray is going to happen, and they're going to do extra damage to the Ultras, so that's going to be GG in Rama's favor. So, Temps, I gave a mod. So, that's going to be game number 1 going in favor of Rama. So I'm going to kind of give my voice a little break. Whew. And so I'm going to take a break, not talk in between matches, and then we're going to get into game number 2 really quickly here. So so we'll see what the match is going to be. Alright, game number 2 is happening here between Shmicks and Rama, a spontaneous show match for tonight. And this next map, game number 2, is going to be Expedition Lost. And hold on a second, we are going to get some introduction music in here. So, by popular demand, we're going to try this out. So, we'll try a little bit of rap this time. So, this one's coming out to you in just a moment. So, spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of this best of 7 series, he just lost the last game. It's going to be rival Shmicks. Alright, and in the top right hand corner, he just won this last game. It is the saltiest of the Protoss race of the rival gaming community. It is none other than rival Rama. Okay, so that song was probably not the best choice, but I see that I enjoyed that pretty much. So let's see, is it control, I think? So, nope, that's the wrong one. So, alright, now that we got our scores up and going, so Rama with the first win of this best of 7 show match. Nice work, Brandon. I wish you could see my face right now. But alright, so one gateway from our Protoss player, Rama. He's gonna be doing the same opener that he usually does, and we see Shmicks is opening up with the pool, or with the gas first, and then going on to the pool. So maybe I will kaboosh. Otherwise, Shmicks is changing it up a little bit. So I didn't see the supplies, but I'm guessing it's going to be a 14-14 based on the fact that he hasn't got any drones sent this. So looks like he's Shmicks is going to do an all-in unless he's going to do a speedling expand. So he's getting those gas, and he got up to 100, and he's going to transition away from gas. So he's not going to get any more. Starting metabolic boost right away, getting his 6 zerglings, and then he's going to place down his queen next. So looks like B Cut again is joining in the rival community clan. He's not one of us, but he is a mod on this. So you guys get along in this chat, all right? Otherwise, I can unmod you guys or ban any of you guys. So Shmicks is actually going to pull up his zerglings. So he's going to wait till speed's going to come up, and then he's going to hit hard like a rock. So probe's going to come out from Sean. He's going to scout. He's going to see this these zerglings move out most likely. So but it looks like he's going to go an alternate route. So this probe might just miss it unless he's catches some of the late ones. So look at that misclick right there. So these zerglings are going to be able to get to the base here. And oh, Sean just went with the second nexus. So mothership core does come out. So and he has a zealot. So that's going to help him defend. But metabolic boost 15 seconds away, and Sean's going to see that there's no second base. So now he's like, what the fuck is going on right now? So looks like pylon block's gonna happen, and we see the one zergling's gonna go after this probe, but we do see the zerglings making their way in, and speed's gonna kick up. So guys, you didn't do game heart. So what is going on? So probe's doing a good job trapping these lings. So some are gonna work on nexus, the other ones are gonna continue to be microed and take out some probes here. So denying some mining time at this point. Mothership core is going to take care of the other ones. We see the zealot's going to take out these zerglings. So not microed the best, but ooh, force field goes up from Sean, so he's going to be able to block any more zergling aggression. So Shmicks is continuing to commit to more zerglings, getting a couple of them to take out this pylon to be able to expand his third base so he can have a follow-up. But mostly Shmicks is complaining about how he doesn't know how to do a 13-12. So kind of the big thing about going against Protoss in the early game is that they have the Mothership Core, so they'll be able to do basically whatever. So Zerglings get in, they're going to surround the Sentry, and they're actually just going to run past the Zealots. So these 3 Zerglings make it in, the other ones are just chilling out on top, and these Zerglings are going to get start sniping out these probes. So Sean's going to get a surround on them, and these Zerglings are going to get taken out by the Zealots, so more damage is going to continue. So Shmicks acknowledges that it's GG, and that's game number 2. A very quick one, might I add. So, alright. We should figure out what this next song is, but I am going to mute my mic again because I'm getting way overhyped, and actually I'm feeling it in my lungs already. So I am going to mute this, and we're going to get game number 3 set up in just a few moments. Stay tuned.
Hawk, are you there?
Yeah, what's up?
Can I request my K-pop song?
Oh, have you guys been talking in chat?
Yeah, I've been pasting it. Rekka wants Bubble Pop, and I want this song. Just click the link when one of them.
Yeah, I see both of them. I have them queued up,
Yeah.
so I also got
Alright,
another song,
sick.
so it might be our introduction song
Yeah,
for the whole
alright.
entire series. So
Sounds
I got you covered.
Aw, thanks, babe. Now, moderate.
Only if you earned it. Who's Baby Foe? Love you, Baby Foe. I gotta. Whoops. That came out in Korean. So. So, alright, looks like this next game is happening on Secret Spring. Let's get some intro music to hype it up. And click and go. As we get into this match. Alright, spawning in the bottom right hand corner of this map. Okay, that's not the bottom right hand corner. It's just the right hand corner at the 2 o'clock position. It is our green Zerg player. He's currently down 2 games, 0-2 against in this best of 7 series. It is Shmicks. And in the left-hand corner at the 8 o'clock position, it is our Protoss player. He's actually up in this series. Who would have guessed? It is the one, the only Protoss player from Rival Gaming. It is Rama. Alright, so that intro, I would say it's decent out of out of the previous intros that I've done before in the past. So, would you guys say so? Nope, that's the wrong one. So, alright, Sean is doing his normal opener. He's changing it up a little bit, putting his gateway at the front of the ramp so he doesn't get taken out by early lings and such. So it looks like Shmicks learned his lesson, and he's going to go ahead and go with the hatch first at this point. With this end-base natural, he's able to do this pretty easily. Mod a riot. I can't make every one of you guys mods. You gotta, scale it up a bit. So you guys will probably be in the next wave. But if you can get more guys to follow my stream, then then I'll give you guys a mod ship if we can get a more consistent viewer base. So that's going to be your guys' incentive to go out and get people to watch these show matches more than just kind of our clan or the other clan in the clan wars and such like that. But getting more people to watch means a bigger community and such. So, and also that'd mean more viewers for me. But you can get mod ship if you can help bring in more viewers, because the more viewers there are, there's going to be a need for more mods to be able to take care of things. So get more viewers, then we can increase the amount of mods that we have, because I think we have, if I were to see the mod list, whoops. On mod. So apparently that's how you add mods. So 2-0 in favor of Sean. If you haven't noticed, we can see the best of 7 series underneath the map name right here on the left hand corner, and you can see the map score at the top now. So that's a new features of this new interface that I just kind of found. By found, I mean I did some research into it. So I'm very happy to produce this. It looks small, it looks clean. You still get some of the StarCraft in it, so that's pretty neat and such like that. And now we have these features, these hotkeys, to be able to show the best of 7. I do have to set it every match, so it's kind of annoying. But if StarCraft would, implement like a best of 7 or best of 9 series feature into this game, then we can see this actually auto-tracked itself. So Blizzard, come on, I'm telling you, you can make everyone's life easier just by implementing some features like best of 7 or best of 9 series and such like that. Even get like the Showmatch things set up, so we don't need to make custom mod games to be able to do that. So Sentry is about to pop out, so blocking these links from getting in, and also the mothership core. So nice timing at this point. Rekka, I know you are a regular regular viewer at this point, and so, but so is everyone else. So you're gonna need a little bit more to stand out from there. So we see the Queen's gonna spread out some creep, getting that creep spread started. Quick Roach Warren with the 2 gases. So that's going to be an interesting move by our Zerg player. We're going to see if he's going to aim for more of a Roach bust kind of coming forward, or if he's just going to do that just to ward off any gateway pressure that may come, just like the first game is going to happen. So we're going to start seeing creep being expanded. Why this Queen now that is able to and doesn't have to think about injecting on this map. He was half committed to spreading creep at this point. And we're gonna see Shmicks is gonna continue to drone up here. So the Roach Warren's a little bit more for safety, I feel, unless he's purposely planning on using all of his larvae and not having any. Well, I guess he has 8 right now, but he could definitely get those roaches. So we see another round of drones coming out. So this might be an inopportune time for that to happen because the pylon is going down, and we're going to see a couple gateway units coming up. So Sean looking to do some pressure here. No Stargate this time, which is known. So we're just going to go with the classic 5-gate. 5-gate with 2 gases and, you know, all that other fun stuff. So metabolic boost is kind of starting. It's only a third of the way done, and we have roaches on their way and lings, but that's not going to be enough for this to ward off his pressure. So he's going to have to ramp up the amount of units. So does he actually know about this? I think he does now with this overlord seeing this pylon, and this zergling kind of came out. I believe it saw something, but you know, not too much. So we're gonna see all the queens are gonna move out. The roaches and lings are kind of going, and we're gonna see Rama is gonna go for this third here. So 4 stalkers, 2 sentries, and 5 zealots should be enough to do a little bit of pressure. We do see some force fields going down, so that's already going to cut off some of these lings and roaches in the back. Time warp goes down, so that's going to further reduce the DPS of our Zerg player. And we're going to see Shmicks is looking like he's losing it. But 32 lings are coming up and 4 roaches, but is that going to be enough? Probably not at this point, but we're going to see what's coming out. A ton of them are going to actually come out right away, so he might want to make those go in a different direction. But he actually goes for the sentries right here, but instead of going for the sentries, he's just going for this pylon here. So we're going to see sentries get taken out by these lings. Another force field goes down, 2 sentries go down, and we're going to see these zerglings are going to try to get us around at this point. So zerglings are going to go try to get the surround established. Kind of frantic and fanatic at this point, but not able to get the pylon, and this gateway army stands. So this could be Shmicks' downfall at this point. Like, he needs to really get some units. He needs to get some roaches to beef up to have that range, because these lings are just going to get taken down by all these force fields and zealots. So not the best defense by Shmicks. It might actually be his fatal defense at this point. So taking out the pylon, that's going to be easy. That's going to limit the amount of reinforcement. So these zerglings actually need to get out here. Looks like the reaction time not on par. And we're going to see the queen is actually going to single-handedly take out this army, except for the stalkers are going to move up and try to take it on. So lings and roaches are going to come up, and we see more of them are going to get pumped out. And it looks like we're going to see a focus down from the third, but the zealots get right in front of these lings and take them out with these. Roaches are going to be partitioned by these force fields, and the zealots are going to kind of continue to buff this damage. So Mothership Core goes down, but we still have stalkers and multiple sentries. So these sentries all have energy for force fields. So this could be the downfall. So we do see more stalkers blinked in, and by blinked in I mean warped, and this is probably going to be the end of Shmicks. So Shmicks made some spine crawlers in the back, because he needed somewhere safe to get them, but now they're just going to hang out in the back, and they're kind of do some damage, taking out some of these zealots. But at this point, this could kind of be the end. So these spine crawlers are going to be planted down, and the broodlings are actually going to do 2 sentries worth. I think those are the most cost-efficient broodlings I've ever seen in StarCraft. So good for Shmicks if he intended that or not. Looks like more on Rama's side, but army's going to come out, but these few roaches and lings, they're not going to really hold up too much. So going to do more damage now that the zealots are gone, but that's going to be GG. So good game is called, and Rama takes game number 3. So game number 3 and 3 wins goes directly towards Rama. Shmicks is not showing any well, I don't want to say showing any skill, but he's really not showing his potential as a rival gaming player. I mean, he is coming back from his break, so he is pretty rusty, but right now the score is 3-0. So Sean's gonna have to do a reverse alt kill at this moment in time if he wants to come back from this series. So I don't know what's at stakes for this map, for the show match, if there's any money being bet or if money is being thrown at. I'm not putting in any money tonight, but I will put money into a show match coming up, not this weekend but the next weekend. So I got to get that arranged here with some of our rival game members. So more details will be announced at that point. So not last map, fourth map for this game 4 is going to be Dead Wing. Looks like we're going to go for a nice standard map that everyone knows what's going on with. So hopefully Shmicks is going to be able to make some work out of this. So we're going to see that Rama needs to go take a little bit of restroom break, and I'm going to go ahead and rest my voice a little bit. So welcome Blue Dragon and welcome Baby Foe to the stream. I don't know if you guys are rival members or if you guys are just followers now, but you are certainly welcome here. It's not all rival game members in this chat room. So as you can see, the SC2 replay stat spot is currently in the chat, and so you can see stats from those replays and such like that of every game that I go into. So if you want to download those and replay Shmicks losing on those first 3 games, you can do that, or you can look at Rama for nice builds. Okay, maybe they're not nice because Rama is just doing stuff standard that Protoss does. But regardless, you can analyze those replays if you want, or you can just see general stats that are hosted by the site. All right, we're gonna find another song. Let's see. Oh, should we go with more K-pop? No, we're gonna go with. Ooh, that might be a. No. Ooh, yeah, we're gonna do this. So we're gonna do a 9 Inch Nails intro. So, but do I have the song I'm specifically thinking of? No, it's not on this playlist. But I want 2 different songs from 2 different albums. Shit. Actually, we'll not do 9 Inch Nails. We'll save that for next time, if there is a next time. Instead, we'll do something different. Hold on, I gotta mute the audio on the stream to set this up. So, alright. We got this. So, we're going to go into game number 4 of this best of 7 series. Will Rama close it out now in a 4-0 fashion, or Shmicks be able to take a game and maybe get the reverse all kill? We're going to find out here in just a moment in game number 4. Come on, load faster. Load faster. You can do it. So, spawning in the top left-hand corner of this map, it is the green Zerg, and Gamerheart is loaded this time. He is the one, the only Shmicks. Wait, is this the right? There we go. And in the bottom left-hand corner of this map, it is the red Protoss player, starting with the same opener that he always does, but is able to change it up at a moment's notice. It is going to be the one, the only salty Protoss of this best of 7 series, already getting in his 7th, or excuse me, his into the 4th game, winning 3-0 so far in this best of 7. And I need to find a way to delay more time because the second song I'm going to use got moved because it is the playlist rearranged itself here. So it is none other than Sean.
I'm beginning to feel like a rap god. All my people from the front to the back nod. Now who thinks their arms are long enough to slap box? They said I rap like a robot, so call me rap.
So, okay, that was a technical difficulty on my end. So, let's see. Let's get this going. Sean is at 3 wins right now. Shmicks is at 0. So, this is match point for Sean, or Rama as he's known in game here, and Shmicks is really gonna have to do something. So the question is he gonna go for his three base opener? Because I feel like every time he's done that, he's lost. So he already did it twice, and it looks like he's gonna do it a 3rd time. So Shmicks is not willing to change things up, and he's gonna try to brute force this game into game number 5. So Sean going with the 3. Excuse me, Sean going with the 3 bases before pool again, so we're going to see how that's going to turn out in either his favor or not in his favor. So getting the pool before his gas to be able to get those lings, and Sean is, or excuse me, Rama is going to continue getting his normal opening build like he always does in this matchup. So, oh my god. So I got the next video if we go into the next game, and this one's specifically for Sean. So we're gonna need another video. Actually, I've never heard. Wait. I see this. So hopefully we'll get into game number 5 here, and Rama's gonna pause because he probably needs to use the bathroom again because Shmicks rushed him because he could feel the text, the shot coming from here. So, but Rama's good to go now, so it's gonna unpause and the game's gonna continue. So Rama putting down his Nexus, so he's gonna do that and then get his Mothership Core. So pretty safe opener by the Protoss. We're not gonna see him deviate at all. He's getting his 2nd gas, so he's gonna change up what kind of tech is gonna come out here. So Mothership Core comes out. It's going to start gaining that energy for Photon Overcharge just in case any aggression comes, or it's going to have there for the Time Warp or any other opportunities Sean might feel is necessary. So we're going to continue to see drones. We're going to see the Queen, all that other fun stuff, blah, 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 blah. And we're going to actually see a probe scout up, and he's going to see that the 3rd base is up. So this is going to mean something for Sean or Rama. I keep calling him Sean because I would call him Sean because his original name was I Whack Off Moms, and I felt like it wasn't very appropriate to say I Whack Off Moms in the cast, but now I'm a little impartial to it. But we do see the probe, Sean's probe, or damn it, Rama's probe going in, chasing that drone down, but this Queen's gonna put an end to that if the Queen decides that it needs to protect its children. So is the Queen gonna be able to work it down? Yes, it is. Saves that drone without any sort of micro whatever. So yeah, We are going to see that speed's going to be researched right away. We do see the Stargate, so Sean's going for a build similar to his first one here. Let's see if he actually goes for Oracles this time, or if he's going to do his Void Ray Bust again like he said. Or not Void Ray Bust, but Void Ray Pressure. So this is going to be something that's Sean's pretty much known for, and I think that he's actually going for the Oracle. So Sean's very familiar with how Oracles work, but it is going to get scouted by these these Overlords. Oh wait, maybe not. Look at that, going right past this. Oh, this Overlord's going to see it. So Shmicks will have a heads up about it, but he's not doing anything about it right now. So he just has his queen, so that's enough to push away the Oracle when it comes to his base, but not enough to actually get it to not do any damage. So Shmicks is going to need to get something more on a hit, but we do see the transition to Phoenix now that the first Oracle is out and being sent. So we're going to follow this Oracle because this guy is going to be where the action's at so far in this game. So even on workers and 14 army supply compared to the 13. On economy is a little bit similar, more gas from the Protoss. It looks like the Oracle forgot to even turn on its ability, so he's even tickling like each one individually, so he's not getting a particular kill, which is brilliant by Shmicks actually at this point. But this Oracle is going to go down because he just couldn't decide who he wanted to attack. So he did take out 7 workers, or excuse me, 4. Wait, what's the 350? He lost 7 units. Oh, he lost some Zerglings along the way, I guess. So, and it looks like he's going to lose some Overlords too, but he kind of just tickled a couple each ones. He's just like, I want to spread the fun around, and yeah, didn't really get as many kills as he could have. He could have got like 7 or 8 kills, but instead he gets 4. Barely, I think that pays for an Oracle. One way to find out. No, I'm just kidding, do that. But, I should probably know how much those are. So, Zerglings are going to come up, and lots of Zerglings are going to come up here. And they look like they want to get in on this action. So, Zealots at the front, but if the Zerglings work on the gateway and the pylon right here, it might be a little too much, but there is a photon overcharge opportunity. So, another Overlord's going to go down, and we see a couple Spore Crawlers finally being placed by Shmicks at the bases. And then, we're going to see the Zerglings actually get in the base, so I feel like he was able to sneak in somehow. It looks like he probably snuck in through here. So hold position micro for these Zerglings. They're going to take out 6 workers. They're going to take out 6... Oh, he actually... Well, he snuck through here, but I'm not sure how exactly got in. I'm guessing right here, but there looks like there's a little bit of wiggle room right here. So taking out 6 probes, equalizing it up a bit. So that's something that's going in Shmicks' favor. Going forward, we see 4 Phoenixes are coming, so should be able to take out this queen if it's not placed by the Spore Crawler. So as long as the Spore Crawler is enough to kind of deter a Protoss from doing damage or picking up queens and staying solitaire. But the queen is out of position, so it's going to get picked up, and Sean's actually not making another queen, so, or he hasn't queued one up yet. So macro hatch does go down for Sean, so it looks like he wants to continue with the Zergling pressure. Usually you only get your macro hatch just to get the additional larva, which Zerg is a very larva intensive unit since you have to make so many larvae. So he's going to get that macro hatch, and he might go for Zergling aggression and probably go into a Muta Corruptor composition. So a little bit interesting by our Zerg player. So Spore Crawler is going to do some more damage. Going to deter the Phoenixes from doing too much. Is this worker going to get away? Looks like he's just going to hold it there. Actually, the worker looks funny. Look at that. So worker gets dropped, and 1 Phoenix goes down. So Sean not taking the opportunity to micro his Phoenixes around. And we're going to see Shmicks is actually getting a 4th base. So the aggression from Rama is not really doing a whole lot, but he's not really committing much either. So he's just kind of building up his force slowly, getting his tech slowly, and eventually he's just going to pound it really hard. And that sounded gay, but we're going to keep going with that. So Overlord speed is being researched, and we see +1/+1 is halfway. Thermal Lance is about to get completed, and we're going to see the commitment to Zerglings, and we're going to see what other tech he's going to roll up here, because we weren't looking at... looks like he's going to go Ling Hydra, actually. So that's going to be a nice combination in for kind of the composition that Sean's been going for. So obviously the Hydras will be there to take up, put the high DPS and to take out the Phoenixes, but the Zerglings, there'll be a lot of them, so they'll be able to kind of surround the army and do massive amounts of damage. So that's kind of Shmicks' idea going into this and such, but we're going to see if it pays out for him, because these Phoenixes are going to continue to poke around and try to do as much damage as they can. So we're actually going to see some roaches mixed into this, so that'll kind of beef up the army just a little bit, but we're going to continue to see Phoenixes are going to continue to harass these queens, get taken out, and there are 4 Phoenixes together, so it might not... they're going to start limiting the gas income, but Spore Crawler's going to push them away, and we're going to see the roaches and lings move out, trying to see if they can do some damage, and Rama actually takes his 4th base as well. He knows that that 4th base for Shmicks is already taken, so he doesn't really need to worry about like too much aggression coming up. So Ling's trying to get a single kill. Every kill they can get is worth it, but we see the roaches come up, so roaches kind of know this is not going to end very well, so they're kind of chilling out back here, not really doing too much. He doesn't know about this 4th base yet, so but if he actually went into attack, it wouldn't do him any good because he'd get trapped there. So these roaches are going to try to snipe this Nexus. They're going to get work at it a little bit, but don't even get the shields taken out. So losing a couple roaches in that and starting to remax some Hydras and such. We're going to see Blink is nearly as is about 4/5 of the way done, and we see that +1 weapons is going to be, or excuse me, +2. That's what green stands for, and it's going to be done. So Shmicks continuing to get some more units. He's getting his infestation pit, probably to go ahead and get Hive, so he can go into the Viper tech going through. And honestly, I don't like where Shmicks' position is at this point. So Shmicks really needs to do something to tip things in his favor. So multiple hallucinated Phoenixes as well as real Phoenixes are in the base, but they're just doing as much damage as they can, taking off Overlords where they go and such like that. So nothing too heavy, but you know, each Overlord loss is another over 100 minerals he has to reinvest, and the time as well, so he can't max out as fast. So we see that he's stuck at 177 supply, and he's getting 4 more Overlords, but they're not going to get done for another 15 seconds. So that's actually a long time in StarCraft time. So Shmicks doesn't know what he's doing. He's openly admitting it. This should be Sean's cue, or Rama's cue, to just go ahead and move right into the Protoss army. Excuse me, the Zerg army. So Sean should just be able to sit back, put his hands behind his head, and just let it go to town. But instead, he's choosing to be safe. He's getting cannons at his 3rd, so extra defense if attacking up the ramp and, you know, attacking from the side. So that's good. 4th base isn't really being populated by probes. It kind of is, but not really. We see that Storm Tech is being researched. We missed the High Templar, or the Templar Archives being created. And +3 weapons is about halfway done. More Void Rays being pumped out. So, and Colossuses as well. So double Robo's coming out, so he'll be able to pump out double the Colossus because of the mass Hydra tech. So Vipers are going to be very, very, very necessary for this matchup. He's not getting the +1 or the upgrades for attack for ranged units, which is interesting. He's continuing with the melee, so I think he might want to do some sort of ultralist timing switch. He's going to start with this. He's going to whittle down how many Void Rays that there are going to be, and Colossus, and then just switch to ultras really quick with these links. So this strategy might work out, but it leaves them exposed for a pretty long time actually. So we're gonna wait to see if that ultralist text comes out. We do see Burrows being researched, but Burrows not gonna do much considering that there are observers on the map, as well as more observers can get chrono boosted out, going with the double robo. And we also see a dark shrine being constructed as well, so that's gonna be harassment's gonna happen. So +1 air is being researched, and we see +3 weapons is about to finish, and we see the Warp Prism coming up. So that Warp Prism timing and the Dark Shrine kind of lining itself up a bit. So Rama's army is gonna move out, so that's gonna be with additional Void Rays and Colossus. This is definitely one, if I were to call it, I want to call it a death ball, because usually they have more stalkers, but this is a very, very, very powerful army. With just these units here. He has 4 High Templar, 3 Sentries, 3 Phoenixes, 3 Void Rays, 2 Warp Prisms out on the map, 8 Stalkers, 6 Colossus, and 13 Zealots. So he has a little bit of everything, so, and not too much of just one unit. So pylons being placed all over the map to ensure that a base race doesn't happen, and he's secured. Sean's prepared for this. He knows what's going to happen. We do see extra bases being taken by Shmicks, so he does kind of seem to have a transition plan, but it's going to come down to this. So Protoss army is going to move out here, and the Vipers are going to come, and they're going to see this army, and the Roaches need to get that concave going. It doesn't get the concave, but a couple yoinks takes out a Void Ray and 2 Colossus, and we're going to see High Templar's feedback's going to take out 2 or 3 of the Vipers. So this Protoss army is a little uncontested right now. So we do see +3 armor and +3 melees being researched. So I wonder if Shmicks is doing this on purpose, or if he's just kind of forgetting. He thinks he's upgrading Roach range upgrades, but not. But we do see these Vipers get taken out. They lose their energy, and the Storms are going to come down. So not a bad engagement for our Protoss player. Dark Templar are going to go into the main. Spine Crawlers are going to take them out, but the Spore Crawler might actually... Oh, he gets it just in time. So more Storms going down. Those are red Storms to show that it's theirs. And this Zerg army can't really stand up to it, but he has 54 Lings and 6 Ultralisks coming in, so the transition that we were talking about is actually going to happen. We do see the Warp Prism is going to continue to take out and harass these bases as well, and these Dark Templar are going to take out a bunch of these drones, so a lot of tech's being taken out. So Zerglings come out, they're going to pull up, or run into this base, and then Ultralisks are going to pop out here. So Ultralisks pop out, but he's going to just GG. So this is going to go 4-0 in favor of Rama. So he's going to win the show match. So that's it for this show match. Rama takes it in 4 games and not losing a single map. So congratulations, Sean/Rama. You just won your first show match. So now you're 50-50 for show matches. So that's going to be it for the show matches for tonight, but I feel Shmicks really needs to figure out his EVP, and probably didn't want to get into a show match, but he probably was talking smack, and Sean called him out, or actually it was the other way around, and Shmicks kind of, I imagine it this way. Sean was talking smack, Shmicks called him out on it, Sean challenged him, and then Shmicks doubled down and was like, we'll do a show match on this one. But that just never happened. So
I just got one thing to say, if I may.
Looks like we're
still up, Hawkeye.
All right. Looks like we're gonna have a winners interview here. So Sean, how does it feel to be on the winners interview after the second show match that you have publicly streamed?
Feels good, man. Shmicks is my homeboy. He's cool. He's a little rusty. Took a break for a while, but he's still good. Working on PVZ, got better. But yo, I just gotta say one thing, Hawkeye. I'm coming for you, Kaboosh. Kaboosh, I'm coming for you, bitch ass. I want you, son. I want you, Kaboosh. I want that rematch. I'm thirsty. Give it to me. Fucking give it to me.
Thank you for Sean. Oh, and he leaves right away. So Sean, with that challenge out to Kaboosh, he's looking to get revenge, but that's going to be coming up in the future here. And so stay tuned for news on that one. So those show matches are going to come up in the future. But we should talk about this. We do have a couple of events coming up. First one is going to be on Thursday at 7:00 p.m. Central Time. That's 8:00 for Eastern and 5:00 for Pacific. There's going to be a clan war against Infinity Gaming, North America team. That's going to be against Rival, us, and that's going to be a best of 9 Platinum Diamond all-kill format. So then there's going to be Team Ascension versus Rival Gaming. That's going to be on Friday. That's also going to be at the same time, so 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Central, and 5:00 Pacific. That's going to be a best of 7 all-kill with 3 Diamond players and 1 Masters. And then on Saturday, we actually have another show match coming up. It's going to be Pure vs. Honey, best of 7, current ladder pool. So those events are going to come up. We also have MDK and MLT show match. Right now, that's set up for 5:00 to 7:00 on a Sunday, but I heard that time might move around, so I'm going to update my calendar to adjust for that. So I'm going to be wanting to cast that. And then finally, we have Rival vs. Alpha Gaming. Again, it's been 2 weeks since we played against them, and that's going to be the Thursday afterwards. So not this upcoming Thursday when we play against Infinity Gaming, But the next Thursday, it's going to be Alpha Gaming. That's going to also be a Diamond Best of 9 Alt Kill. So those events will be announced as they come up. So that's going to be your continued reminder. And we're going to see that I'm going to try to stream some ladder games, do some individual first-person ladder. Sometime this week, probably Tuesday or Wednesday. So follow my Twitter to know when I go live, or you can follow Twitch and you'll get that annoying email saying that I've gone live, or maybe a mobile notification if you have the Twitch app on your phone and have it configured to watch me. That's pretty much going to be it. I don't have too much more to say right now, so I'm going to leave you with this song. Thank you very much, and we'll see you later this week. Stay tuned for more. No, not stay tuned for more. Stay tuned later this week. Cheers, motherfuckers.